encoding, and I don't got to worry about anything else. If I need to change scenes, if I need to do any of that stuff, I do it on this computer. And NDI will take that and most of that encoding load that you would get streaming from one computer and ship it off to the other computer. So let's go to Tools, NDI Output Settings. You check box Main Output. I call mine OBS Red Beast. Give your computer a familiar name there, then press OK. And with that done, you're ready to configure the second computer. So all you have to do to get the second computer ready to go is run through these steps to install OBS Studio and the NDI plugin. Again, it has to be on both computers, and when you have everything up and running, both computers need to have OBS open in order for everything to be working right. So actually one more thing to go over on this computer is you want to go into settings and then configure video. Now, while NDI is turned on, you can't configure that setting. So we're going to go ahead and uncheck it, and then we're going to go to settings, go to video, and this is where some people have some issues. My base canvas is my monitor. That's my gaming computer. My base canvas is going to be 1920 by 1080. What I want to stream at is 720p 60. It looks good and it can be done smoothly with minimal impact across any system for the most part. So I'm going to set up my stuff here. It's 1280 by 720. Downscale filter is Lanczos, and then the common FPS value is 60. This is something we're going to need to pay attention to on the second computer once we shift over to that side of things. So make sure you configure the settings for what you want your stream to go out at. And again, 720p 60 is my recommendation for most people. And once you're configured here, just go press OK, go back up to Tools, NDI Output Settings, and check the box for Main Output. Now, if on the fly you needed to make any changes, you can do that just fine. You want to go to Tools, NDI Output Settings, uncheck the main output, make any changes to that video section that you need to, then go right back, check the box, and you should be good. The second computer should automatically pick up your NDI feed if you've already configured the NDI source. Anyways, talking about getting the second computer to pick up that NDI source, it's time we show you that. Let's do that. And so here we are at the second computer. OBS Studio and the NDI plugin have been installed as per the process that we already went over. So just do that over again on the second computer. And again, you can look at Tools, you see NDI Output Settings there, means you're good to go. However, we're not going to be messing around in this section. You don't need to check any of these boxes here because the second PC is where you capture the main PC. In order to do that, you want to add a source. So we're going to hit the plus sign, or you could right click and click add, but we're going to click the plus sign, and then you go to NDI source. NDI source here, you want to give it a familiar name. My computer's called Red Beast, so that's what I'm going to call it. Okay, now you can type here in the source name in case you have issues finding it. However, if your computer is already been discovered on the network by the NDI stuff, you can just click this drop down and there it is. You may see sort of a funny looking name on the left side, but on the right side, the name that we gave it on that side of things should reflect right here. So I gave it OBS Red Beast, there it is, select it, bandwidth, leave that on highest, sync. You can mess around with the sync, it's just like audio visual sync. In case things go out of sync, you can try internal or source timing, but I generally just leave it default, and then everything else you can leave alone. Latency mode is something that's actually relatively new, so normal will give you just a normal latency as far as how buffering works with this with NDI. However, if you want a smoother stream, you can select low, which is an experimental setting. However, I heard it works pretty well. Your stream should be smoother in the long run, so go ahead and give it a try on low.